Hello everyone, this is Jer playing Oxygen Not Included. This episode we're going to start off by putting my metal refinery together finally. So I'm going to metal refinery right here, make that out of granite, why not? I'm going to plug this into the heavy watt wire system. Just push that one back. So once this is in, I should be getting petroleum in and then out. We've got a little bit of water here sitting on the ground. That's coming from this over here. Let's actually direct all of the water to go into it. See, this is turning this thing off until temperature is at the appropriate temperature. We may want to, we have heavy watt wire around here, is just warm up the water down here. Honestly, actually, it's not even too late. Technically, I still have this metal refinery. I have got this metal refinery that's stuck inside this this store that was teleported down here, but that's a whole different story. But my thinking is, since I want to warm up this, why not use the brine line as my metal refinery? So let's take out this liquid. We'll get rid of this metal refinery connection right there. And we're going to send brine in there to the input of this, and we're going to dump it because I essentially want to warm this up. Just wondering the best way to do this. So technically, this is what I want to get access to. I think the best thing for me to do is just have this drain out. And if I have this connected like this, I think that will be the case. Do a cut right there. I want to change this out because what I don't want to have happen, I don't want to dump polluted water right here. Not that it would really matter because actually there already is polluted water in the area, so there's that. But the idea is I'd like to dump the hotter brine right at this location. Probably going to need some ladders to get across here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe might have enough. Looks like it may benefit from having some here and maybe one there. So dupes are in the area starting to set all this up for us. No filters selected. So this was supposed to look for brine. Tell us if there's not brine in the area, then let us know. Now I spent a lot of time putting this together. It may not have made sense in reality because there's just so much coldness in this world, and now I'm finding I'm having to heat things up. Ultimately, I'll want some way to control temperature, but anyway, it's theirs if I ever need it in the future. So that's in existence. I should see now this empty. This is not the case. Why is that? Let's cut this. This may be causing confusion. No. How about if we just do this? So I want to switch this out for brine. The other solution to this too is I could just relocate the metal refinery to be up here. It's a cold area, but they're going to be in the ammo suits. Though if I put it up here, the dupe won't have. Oh yeah, so this system here is not working out. Let's disable that building. That's just not gonna work. Last episode I put in this system hoping it was gonna be just enough to prevent this spillage. It is not. So let's put a better solution to this together, which I think is going to ultimately just involve heating this up quite a bit. See some polluted water that also needs to be mopped up from a burst pipe. I can get one of you dupes to make that pipe. Excellent. There we are. So that is now flowing along as I was hoping. So that'll be drained out and I'll be able to connect into the brine line. So brine sent into there. Won't connect it just yet. So once this makes its way out, we're going to make a cut and restore this to the connection to the metal refinery. There we are. Auto sweeper supplied it with materials. Just need to build dupe to build that. And in the future, we're going to be seeing brine flow down here and go into this zone. So now I'm going to connect that. Now that the polluted water is gone, we're going to get rid of that liquid vent. And once this is in place, the warmer brine is going to drop down here, just warming up this overall area. The other option is I could put a liquid temporizer down here with automation. I may do that at some point. But I might as well heat things up because I'm in need of metal anyways. So we can put this connection in. That's going to get the brine to be sent into the machinery. And dupes are putting the last touches on that. Okay, so that is set. So once we have this liquid, we can produce a whole bunch of stuff. Let's make a bunch of steel. 33 pieces of iron. Let's make 55 pieces of gold. Aluminum. 33 pieces of that. And we'll just let that operate, heat up that liquid. And that's going to make things all the better. Okay, and I'll just put this is ready to go, and we'll just leave it alone until until things get too warm in this area. Let's now finally direct our attention up to here. This rocket is filled up with oxygen. It's all ready to go, I'm pretty sure. It needs some food. Actually, it does need some resources, algae and plastic. So let's put algae and plastic inside the rocket, because we don't want to take off without that. We can now enable this. We can enable the battery. We'll have a fancy lavatory for the dupe that is... Hold on, that's not right. One tile too high. And we'll store some food in here, but we got to make sure before we do that that the food that we're going to store is actually... Oh, oxyphorone? Why not? Yeah, we're going to make sure that the food that is here is actually frozen. We've got meal lice that's frozen. Meat that's frozen. There was food poisoning. How is that possible? I'm assuming is dying off. Okay. We need to have a think about this setup. I don't see this. I see meat down here. Thinking I want to have more automation. And we should have a lot more metal to make this happen now. Can use iron. I would love to have auto sweepers all in here to pick up the eggs. One over here, one over here. So we only have one dupe that knows how to build these. That's engineer. they can at least start this process. Oh, we could, I should be using lead actually. Okay, so that is going to, then we need this to be accessible to both of these. Need to make sure, this is where it may get complicated. I was hoping to share these. I don't think this is going to work. I think I need to put a separate one on each of these. Okay. I wouldn't mind too upgrading to conductive wire for this section, which, just a little bit nervous about using regular Whatta wire for this. Let's see if we can make that happen. Put that in right here. So we'll have a new circuitry system that's going to start servicing just this. I'm even going to have a smart battery to tell the transformer not to run all the time. So that's going to have automated wire to visit the transformer. And we'll have this conductive wire made out of lead. It's going to jump over this circuitry here. It's going to visit all the different automations to pick up eggs. So now my dupes will no longer have to pick up eggs and dump them in the egg room once all this is powered up and built. Okay, I might actually connect into this and just destroy this, convert this to be part of the line, in which case can switch that path, build a bridge right there. So once this is built, I'll tell each one of these to collect eggs. So that's going to be one piece of the story. The other piece is the actual rail to send the eggs from here. We've got this line here. What's this line do? Does that do anything? Oh, I built this in preparation for this ages ago. Okay, so we'll utilize that. Didn't know that existed. So all these are going to feed into this. And the top one as well. And we're also going to put meat collector right here, because this thing converts all this to meat. And immediately once we have that as meat, we want it to be stored down here. Okay, here's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to destroy this and have this dump meat right here. I'm going to go to the priority, the one dupe that can do this, and tell them building is your most important thing, since you're the only one that can actually do this construction. Though I think it might be time to give one other dupe Minitronics engineering skill. Let's have a look. Who would be a good candidate for that? Let's give that to Cleaner. I haven't actually given you any skills. I've been neglecting you. Let's give you Minitronics engineering. Let's look at some of the other dupes. Keep you that way. Critter ranching miner. Let's give someone the ability to do demolition farming. Let's keep you there. Don't want to have anyone stressed out, but certainly anyone that has no skills. You're probably gonna coffee. You'll be the one piloting, so we'll keep you there. Chef. Let's make you run a little bit faster. Builder. Builder, well, I haven't been giving you the ability to build. Build and dig. And artist. Do we want to give someone artistic or masterwork skills? We will. Just so that they'll have that. When we want to do a little bit of decoration. Okay, so that is going to take a little bit of time because I only have 2 dupes that can build that. But let's go up in this rocket in the meantime. And store in some food. We can store in barbecue meat, and we can store in, oh, that tasty meal ice. Do that at high priority. Don't need this to be completely full. Just enough calories to survive while a dupe is up here in space operating the orbital data collector. Oh yeah, plastic analogy. So we have 2 dupes over on this other world. There's lots to be done back home. What is, I can see lead being sent back. That's a nice thing to have, but I think it's time for one of these dupes to go back. I want to keep one of the dupes that has the ability to operate. I believe that is pilot. I think it's easier to see in this perspective. So pilot. No. Doctor is actually maybe the better one because they've got the operating. So pilot, you're going to go back. Help out with some of the construction in the home world. If I, oh yeah, teleportation is sitting right in the front. And I've never, no, that's the receiver. So pilot, you're done over here. We've got lots more to do in home world though. Inspect gives us the data bank. Might as well get all the data banks we can get from this world for free. Inspect, inspect, inspect all the things. The rest of the data banks we'll make in a rocket. I think I will have to leave the dupes alone for a little bit so they can complete on their tasks, and we'll get going in a little bit again. So it looks like this area has finally been completed. So I'm going to tell them anytime you see a critter egg, scoop that up for us. See, it's not powered here. I need to address that here in a second, but let's put that setting on first. Oh, it's just that top one that doesn't have power. It must just be a simple connection that's missing. Oh yeah, there it is right there. So eggs are now going to be dropped off automatically over here. Well, I guess I'd still need conveyor chute right there. But that means I no longer need to have a special rule for dupes over here. In fact, that means the door's not needed anymore. This door is needed still, but by default, everyone can go in and out. Not just engineer and chef. Oh, I see some power is needed on this machine. So this machine is designed to take back some edible meat. And that's going to be dropped off here to be stored away. We're going to change the location of the kitchen. I'm going to put an auto sweeper right here. Now this is going to have access to right there. Hold on, I guess that's not going to be immediately useful. But I'm going to make a change here in a little bit. But I want to make the electric grill closer to where meat's actually stored. Might actually have this be raised up. That's going to need some power. Just use the regular circuitry line for that. We'll start the process, I think, of bringing, or you know what, let's do that later on. Just want to have this thing closer. I built it here because that's where meat was being dropped off earlier, but now is being created over here. There's some meat. We saw that go in. That's awesome. So that electric grill is being taken out. I'm going to put this one as high priority just to make sure the settings gets put in there to actually create the barbecue meat. Otherwise, chef will not work on that. Okay, so that is in barbecue meat. Let's make that forever. Needs a little bit of power, but that's going to be ready soon. Inside here, we want to store, let's see, 2 tons worth of algae. That is going to be organic, I believe. Organic algae is going in there. Oh, no, hold on. Algae is going over there. This is the one that's going to have plastic. Let's do, I don't know how much we need. Let's do 4 tons plastic manufactured material. That is a high priority for each of those. This is ultimately going to be an oxidizer. So it's going to need power. Might as well have that connected already. Fridge doesn't need to be connected because it's in a vacuum. And let's just check to make sure all the food here is frozen. It looks like it is. Yeah, zero change. So that's going to last forever. That's 18,000 calories. Let's up that a little bit more. So this machine will not operate orbital data collection unless we're in space. So we just need to wait for those bins to be loaded with plastic and algae, and we'll be off. But I am satisfied now. We've automated things. Dupes don't have to put eggs in this room. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Okay. This was the old system before automation. I forgot to turn that off. So dupes are picking up eggs and dropping them off over here. Well, no, we don't need that anymore. That goes away. Very important to disable that. Check the temperature change over here. We've been slowly heating this up via running the metal refinery. Oh yeah, it would be helpful if we put back some of the stuff that was the input consumable ore. So that, what was that? Lime, refined carbon, to the key things, and then iron should be in the area because we're generating iron right where steel is, and the auto sweeper will load that thing for us. All right, 24,000 calories. We've got lots of algae. I don't know how much plastic we have in the world, but I'm satisfied. Not quite 2 tons of algae, but it's good enough. Plastic is going up. I'm satisfied for that. We can destroy the 2 of those. Didn't need exactly that much amount, but I do need a process for dealing with the creation of oxygen. That's oxygen diffuser. I also want to deal with the carbon dioxide that's building up in here. So once these 2 things are in, I think this can be launched. I think that's where we'll end things on this particular episode. But we'll get this built. Oh yeah, we're going to nominate who is going to actually go up here. So we need someone that can pilot. Actually, I think that should be you, Coffee, and someone... No, that's not Coffee. You can pilot. I need someone that can do tinkering too. So let's give you the skills. Go up to this rocket. And we'll tell that rocket the crew for this is going to be Coffee. I didn't realize Chef was a pilot. Oh, that's because I gave them the running skill. So Coffee, you're a pilot of this. the location of where this is going to be just has to be somewhere in space, so it doesn't need to be very far. We're going to wait for these two things to be built. Up the priority. So coffee, when they're up here in space, they're going to have a place to sleep. They're going to be able to generate some power. They have a place to eat. Let's check that that's an actual room. It is not. No industrial equipment. Oh. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I could put the cotton here, but there's going to be confusion around the room. Might be better that, though. And just have the table to eat be out here. Because I can put a battery inside this room, but I can't put the manual generator in. So a little bit of change before we take off. Let's put the manual generator right there. Let's make sure that has access to charge everything. Oh, and if I put that there, there's no place to eat. But you know what? Hold on now. Here's my problem, my dilemma. If I put a cot in here, then there's going to be confusion as to what room this is. I'm just curious what this is going to say. Let's up that to 6. See some liquid down here. Whoever is working is not going to be happy if they have to stand in water all the time. Why is there water in here? Oops, crud. Destroyed the wrong thing. All right, a little bit of mopping, fix that. I'm going to say that's not a room. It is not, because it is confused. Remove conflicting buildings. So I think I would prefer to have a mess table in there, but it's not happening. I'd rather have at least one room. There, we've got a barracks for this dupe. I don't see a table for them to be able to eat at. That's going to be okay. We could put it right there. That's all right. They have, the main thing is they have oxygen in the food, and they have enough morale. The decoration level is decent around here. Could be better where they're going to be working all day long, but that's all right. So let's get this thing built, and let's get this thing launched. That is nearly plugged in. Let's crew it up. And soon as coffee is in there, they can take off. And I will end this episode when they do. But before I do that, I'll watch this take off. But coffee, I'm going to make sure I remove your oxygen mask, because there's no need of that, because we're producing our own oxygen up there. Oh, and one final thing, I'm going to click on this. Otherwise, you're not actually going to be producing anything while you're up here. There is, I have auto sweeper that's going to take in the plastic that's right here and load this, so coffee can spend all day working on this. They've got the ability to generate, you know what, probably should have made that a bigger battery now that I've got the room. Let's do that change. Remove that. It's just going to prevent them from going back and forth to the manual generators often, since it's going to store more power. Should have thought of that before I've taken off, but we got enough to make the, oh, okay, yeah, no, that we don't want that to happen. Disable that until a battery's built. You were going to build a battery at some point here. Here we are. While you're building that, I can just about click enable, but I'm a little bit scared too, because I don't want you to jump to it and waste your time. There, now I can enable this. You're going to get on the manual generator. That's going to charge that battery. Oh, and let's not forget to turn the orbital data collection lab back on. And we'll have that be producing stuff forever. So once that battery is set, coffee will be back down there. All right, well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for that liked the video and is continuing on, and hopefully I will see you in a future video.